Hello again, everyone. UtakataJ6 back once again to talk about the next version of MediateCraft. Chronologically, we would be looking at 1.0. However, I'm going to talk all the way straight through versions 1.01, 02, 03, and 04. So version 1.0 was all about world generation. Even though, as I said, the world generation is going to be completely optional, completely unnecessary, for aesthetic purposes, I did want to make the world gen actually be happening. I've talked about a lot of this world gen already way back in the very first video of this series, which, because the entire series was written in one block, was filmed in one block after the release of 1.04. And the rock cycle is based on biome. You don't particularly need to worry about heights when you're looking for those rocks. They are height specific, but since they can be changed so easily, well, so simply with the rock cycle, I'm not going to go in exactly where each of them is. You also don't want to try to remember all that much information, correct? However, as I said, there are basically 6 ores you do want to worry about in MediateCraft. By now, hopefully you're starting to remember. This is bauxite, the ore for aluminum, and it spawns in the same conditions as coal in any biome. This is galena, the ore for lead, and it spawns at the same conditions as iron in any biome. This is silver ore, the ore for silver, and it spawns, as you might expect, at the same conditions as gold. Next, this is sphalerite ore, the ore for zinc, and it spawns at the same conditions as lapis. Semi-last, we have arsenopyrite ore, the ore for arsenic, which spawns at the same conditions as redstone. And I will also add in at this point a 7th ore, stibnite. This is another ore that's important for the purposes of toxic metal, and like sphalerite, arsenopyrite, it spawns at the same conditions as redstone. Finally, we have platinum ore, this one on the bottom, and it spawns at the same conditions as diamond. Well, actually that's not true. Platinum spawns between levels 10 and 13 only, but you can consider it to be about the same as diamond, because hopefully that's where you'll be mining for diamonds. Again, disclaimer, there's no need to be worrying about them if you've already got all your beautiful chunks loaded, because as I said, they'll all be taken care of in the future. You might want to remember these associations, in fact. Moving on. Let's head underground. This is the tunnel we dug earlier to look at the light property of that crystal. But I bet if we go exploring, if we just go mining, we should stumble across a cave. Let's look at what level we're on. Level 43. I do believe that's a little high. Oh, but look. Here, we've already found our first ore. As you might expect, it's bauxite, which is as common as coal. So, it was the first one we came across. However, if we go down a ways, now we're looking at level 24. Oh, here's our second most common ore, just in order. Now we see galena, the ore for lead. Now, if we were being ambitious, again, notice there. Here we have gold and silver, as you often see, in fact, spawned right side by side. We are quite literally encountering these in order of reverse most common. I find that very interesting. However, for now, let's continue along. This is a mineral ore. There are 3 or 4 of them in MediateCraft. You don't particularly need to worry about it, as right now I suspect it's just dropping placeholder chemicals. Likewise, this nacolite is another one. You don't need to worry about it at the moment because it's just dropping placeholder minerals. Here we see our galena ore again, or our bauxite ore rather. And so we're continuing to mine, wondering if we'll hit a cave shaft or anything. A cave, a mine shaft, or just about anything else. Ah, here's our next one down, or another one down. We see stibnite, which remember is said like arsenopyrite and spawns in the same conditions as redstone. Finally, the only ones we haven't encountered in this underground trip, see, there's redstone just by the stibnite, is platinum ore, which is incredibly difficult to find. It's even more rare than diamond, I believe. And sphalerite ore. But like I said, sphalerite is found at the same conditions as lapis, and it shouldn't be impossible to come across. Oh, this is another mineral ore right here. Wow, we managed to encounter almost all of them in one go. So anyway, that's basically it from my MediateCraft version 1.0, excuse me while I change game mode again. Yes, yes, I want to fly. Through the bauxite, through the stone. And back up to the surface, where we're now underwater. Underwater, mildly far away from where I was, probably right here. Like to see, there we are. So we're back once again to that demonstration. And now I'll simply talk through real briefly the other versions. MediateCraft version 1.01 was a last-minute bug fix, basically, to a crash error that was caused by a phase change involving stalactites. As a result, stalactites aren't exactly in the game. If we look under the decoration tab, they're upside down. And it's probably going to be a while before I can fix that. However, there's no reason they actually spawn in the main world right now, so it shouldn't be an issue. Version 1.02 was simply double testing spawn rates. I did a ridiculous amount of balancing before I came up with how exactly these ores and the mineral ores show up. Version 1.03 was my Blitz update to Better Than Wolves version 1.10. Because of this, the Archimedes screw can now be made efficiently from titanium ingots. Flower Child had it from iron ingots, and that was about the only change in there. Finally, version 1.04 removed all spawning of crystals to crush game-breaking lag. Crystals had previously been spawning in the world. However, since I was going to take them out of World Gen anyway, I decided to do it in such a way that I wouldn't have crushing lag. The lag you see is from my computer and not from the mod so much, thankfully. Finally, surprise, version 1.05 is simply correcting all the little errors that I can fix that I found while filming this series of information. So, with that, this concludes everything for now. So look forward to seeing you all again when I release the next major version of MediateCraft. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.